What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. Appreciate all that are following our channel here on YouTube. If you're not doing that, there's no need to wait. Go ahead and do that. Click on our channel, subscribe, and follow us as we drop in some content a lot. So last night, Jay, the Sooner basketball team win against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Obviously, the big story was the Sooners playing the home game in McCasland Field House. And honestly, Jay, I was a little leery of this. And after watching this game, this has to become an annual tradition. And the excitement around this game only enlightens and hopes and illustrates, I guess you could say, the excitement for a new arena, man. This was unbelievable tonight. Kudos to Porter Moser.
Yeah, Porter Moser's been fighting for this game, getting the students only in there. And it was an electric atmosphere. Anybody you talked to that was at the game said this needs to be an annual thing. And I think they could do it once a year. I think it's a really cool deal. Now you got to get those students to go a little bit farther and walk a little bit farther and go to Lloyd Noble. It's got to happen. They play Providence next Tuesday night in the Big East Big 12 Challenge. And you need to get out there. Providence, one loss. I think they're 6-1 right now. Only lost, I believe, to K-State, but in overtime. So it's going to be a good challenge for this team. And this team is so fun to watch. I mean, they got scores all over the court. Tonight, another game, they score over 100 points. They're averaging like 86 or 87 on the season. When was the last time OU averaged that many points on a basketball season?
You have to go close to Billy. You have to go back to Billy Tubbs' years.
It's not a fluke. Kruger had some high-scoring teams, but
Buddy Hield's team.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's not a fluke because they're doing it game in and game out. And go back to Porter Moser's first 2 years. Jeremy, I could probably count on one hand maybe games where by the second half was over. They just didn't put people away. And this year they're just destroying everybody except, the only game that's really been a game was the USC game.
And last night you had 4 of the 5 starters in double figures. When Jalen Moore's hitting shots, he adds another level to this team. I love what they have coming off the bench and Dart Hart and Soares. Those are two guys who, Soares last night, I think had 5, 4, and 5 or something.
Well, what you get with them, and that's what they said on the broadcast, is basically they're 8 deep, really solid, more than that, but 8 guys have been starters either at OU or on other teams. Soares, Dart Hart, and Hughley were all starters for where they came from. So they've all been starters before. So it makes a difference when you have guys like that. And their turnovers have gotten a lot better this year. They don't turn it over as much. Miles Uzan, I think, had 8 assists, and his assist to turnover ratio is outstanding. And he hit 3 balls again last night. So he's starting to get his shot a little bit, but he doesn't need to score. They got Otego away is a beast. The guys, I cannot believe the jump he's made in year 2.
He's putting just crazy gaudy numbers
as far as
field goal percentage. And I'll tell you what, Jay, one thing I got to give Porter credit for, when you have this many athletes and maybe scorers, the unselfishness that they played with last night. I think Uzan had like 8 assists or something.
Yeah, I think they had 26 assists, I think.
26 assists. They got dudes who can score. They got guys who can block shots. They can jump through the roof. And I tell you what, although the atmosphere was great, better than it would be at Lloyd Noble. But Lloyd Noble venue is better than McCasland. The amenities are better. It is a better facility. So the students, fans, you got to get to LNC because you know what the product is now. It's elite. It's a fun team to watch. Like, you're not going to show up and be bored like maybe you have been the last few years. And that's what I give Porter Moser just bunch of prop for.
Well, and, they're sitting at 7-0, and they've had a couple of good tests, Iowa and USC. But what they got coming up, you got Providence, followed by Arkansas and Tulsa. Huge game. Arkansas just beat Duke. And then you have North Carolina on the road December 20th. This schedule, it's a great non-conference schedule. And if you win the games you're supposed to win, and then maybe you could steal Arkansas or be Arkansas or North Carolina. It's a great non-conference.
It's not stealing Arkansas. OU should be the favorite.
Well, they're probably both going to be ranked. That's going to be a home game for Arkansas. They're going to have about
absolutely
70.
Will be. It shouldn't be, but
it'll be a tough game. I think OU can win that game, and I would probably right now I'd pick OU. I watched Arkansas last night or the night before, and they beat Duke, but they struggled with the press, and I think OU could press them and give them trouble.
I will say though, and I'm not here to question anything. I'm not doing that for any reason. I'm just trying to say, hey, maybe hold the ponies a little here. And it's this: OU notoriously, outside of maybe a game or two early in the year, they played pretty well early on. It's when they've gotten to Big 12 play where there's been some struggle. Like people figured Moser out. Now this team is different. You can't really figure a team out that's this athletic. I'm going to say this: Jalen Moore, better than I thought. Hewley, much better than I thought. McCollum, much better than I thought. I thought we were just getting another Grant Sherfield. McCollum is 10 times better than Grant Sherfield. Uzan has made the improvement we thought, and Oweh is better than I thought. And these bench guys are, across the board, I think the only disappointment has been Luke Northweather.
Yeah, and I think he's still really young. I mean, he's really a freshman. He's a redshirt freshman. So I think, and seeing these other guys how athletic they are, and listen, Northweather last night, just that game was a tough matchup for him. I mean, these guys, hey, Arkansas Pine Bluff had some guys, and they were spreading it out. Even Porter said after the game, they can drive, they can shoot the three. They're tough to guard. And OU, he said he might vomit when he sees that they allowed 86 points. That's what Porter said after the game. Now, it's disappointing defensively, but this team can score the ball. So it's another win. It's another blowout win. And now you go play Providence on Tuesday night, hopefully get that W, and then sets up for a huge border battle with Arkansas, a future SEC opponent that is going to be just an electric atmosphere. It always is at the BOK Center. It's a great atmosphere, and OU's looking to get that one back after last year. But here's the thing. This team, I haven't seen OU in basketball change the team this much in 1 year. I mean, what he's done in the portal's pretty ridiculous.
That's the portal. The portal will do that for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in a sport like basketball where it takes 5 guys. I mean, they've got plenty out of the portal, and the Big 12 plays, January is going to be here. It's going to be Big 12 play. It's going to really ramp up, and you got to get out to the LNC. You have to. If you claim to be a Sooner fan, this team is the most fun team since Isaiah Cousins, Buddy Hill, Jordan Woodard, Ryan Spangler, that squad there, in my opinion. And you got to get out. Are they going to make a Final Four? I'm not saying that yet, but this team, if they're not playing in mid-March, there's been some major disappointment. So get out there Tuesday night against the Friars of Providence. Great win last night in McCasland Field House. What an atmosphere. Kudos to the students. Kudos to Porter Moser. Till next time, Boomer.
Sooner.